Hi everyone, welcome back to Dramatic Budgets. If this is your first time here, then my name is Lisa and I'm on a debt-free and hopefully savings journey to get rid of what started out as just under £11,000 of the debt. If you have been with me before, then thank you so much for joining me and for another video. So guys, it is Sunday evening. It's a little bit earlier than I normally film. It's just before 6 p.m. So we're still light outside. I'm just keeping an eye out because I have managed, after yesterday, it just absolutely threw it down with rain. Today has been lovely and sunny, not that warm, not hugely warm, but enough to be able to put my washing outside. And I've got one pair of jeans still out on the line. I'm just kind of keeping an eye out. It's not forecast to rain, but I'm having to keep an eye on it. Unfortunately, you will be able to hear possibly the washing machine, that's the word I'm looking for, in the background. I've been able to have a bit of a house day today, so I've managed to do, I've cleaned the living room from top to bottom, but I've also done some washing. I've also cleaned out the dishwasher and given that a good rinse out and clean out, and I'm just cleaning the washing machine, which is why it's going round on an end. It is still got another like 25 minutes, so it probably will overtake and you'll be able to hear it. So you'll notice I've got nothing in front of me, and the reason that I've got nothing in front of me to start with is because I want to start this video with my happy mail. So if you've been with me a while, you'll know that I usually buy my planner for the following year out of birthday money that I get given. So obviously it was my birthday last week, and I was lucky enough to get some money from a few different members of family. So I have actually bought my planner for next year. So I got some happy mail. So I wanted to start this video off just showing you that. I think I might have this a little bit high, so I'm just gonna hopefully the new phone arm that I got from TikTok went back because it was no good. And it kept falling over every time I put my phone on, so I sent it back. So I need to be on the lookout for a new one still, so I'm hoping that I can purchase that with some of my leftover money as well. But yeah, so I'm just still a little bit conscious that this is probably starting to teeter. Obviously we're in the back end of September, and things are starting to come out for like Christmas and stuff. So I'm hoping that because people tend to buy these sorts of things for Christmas presents, so I might find one. So we'll have to wait and see. So as always, it is from the lovely Abundant Budgets. As I've said before, it's super fast delivery, guys, if you do order from her on Etsy. You know, it's always good quality stuff. I will link her YouTube down below because I am about 2 weeks behind on videos, but she is back on YouTube. I watched a video yesterday, so she is back, so that's great because she is absolutely fantastic. So I'm gonna just get these out of here so I can get rid of this box and pop it out of the way. So we got a lovely little freebie that she's given me, and it's a scratch off. Now I really do love these scratch offs. I've always been really terrified of scratch offs, and then all of a sudden I did one. I think it was a Budget with Ira one, and I kind of got a little bit like addictive on playing it. I really wanted to play it, and I keep meaning to buy some scratch offs, but I haven't had a chance to do that yet because I've got so many different challenges. So this will go into my challenges, but I think I've got it upside down. It's one of her tarots. So I don't know which one this is because I haven't looked it up. My bad. Yeah, I just haven't had a chance since it came. I think it arrived... What day did it arrive? Because I ordered this on... I think I ordered it at the beginning of the week. I can't remember because I haven't written it down because obviously it's come out for my birthday money, so I haven't put it down as a spend. So I ordered it at the beginning of the week, I think, and it, you know, so it's taken no time at all to get here. So this was a lovely freebie. I love her challenges and the way she does things. they are not laminated, and they are purposely not laminated. She likes to use the least amount of plastic as she possibly can. They are still really good quality, and she does it so that if you use erasable pens on her challenges, obviously you can rub them out and reuse them. So that is going to go into the back of here with all my many challenges that I've still got to use. But I love, I do like a scratch off, and I've been meaning to get some. So that will be my next scratch off, I think. I have got some of hers out of her previous planners as well. So I have gone with the pink one. So there is this pink one. This is a 12-month planner. She also has out like a green coloured one as well, which I have got in my favourites. So if she doesn't bring another one out by this time next year, I'll get that one for the year after. So yeah, as always, beautifully made. It is a hardback. It's lovely ring binded as well. It's really good quality. And we have financial goals, and she's got the planner this time is slightly different to what the one is that I'm using at the moment. So the one I'm using at the moment is softback. This is hardback. But it's slightly different inside as well. So the financial goals that we've got, I'll get out the one that we're using at the minute. So this is the Abundant Budget planner that I'm using currently. So the thing is, there is no challenges in this planner that I've just bought. She's not done the challenges side this year. I don't know if there's a particular reason for that. So the financial goals is slightly different. So it's a nice lined page, because if you're like me, you cannot seem to manage to you can't seem to manage to write in a straight line. I put it down to being left-handed, but I've always been the same ever since I was a kid. So having lines is fantastic. The other thing, it's still got the 5 goals, but it's got a nice little tick box for completed, which we don't have on the one that I'm currently using. So that'd be great, because I can actually properly tick it off. Again, the paper feels pretty much the same. It's really good quality paper. It's weird, because it's the sort of paper that, to look at, you would think you wouldn't be able to use all pens with, that sort of like shiny stuff. But I can definitely tell you, I've checked this, you can definitely use all different types of pen, especially the erasable, because obviously that's what I tend to use. Then we have the tracker. So I prefer this because this sort of one, this is what we had in previous planners. This one, as you know, I kind of haven't been able to use in the same way. Now, I have a lot more sinking funds than what obviously there is here. Bearing in mind this is a 12-month planner, but what I've done previously is I've actually photocopied it and used it. So what I'll have to do is something similar probably, because obviously I have way more than 5 savings and investments that I'm saving for. So yeah, 2 pages back how it was in previous planners, which I much prefer this way to what was in the last planner, just because it works better for how I do it. Then we have the same sinking funds tracker that she has done here. So obviously I will use this one, and then we can kind of keep up anything that's funded here. So that's great. And then the debt tracker is slightly different in this new planner. So we have changed from the debt tracker with the balloons, which obviously I haven't used this one. I'm still using one out of the previous planner that I'd started doing balloons on. Laughingly, I say that because obviously, as you know, if you've been watching me a while, debt's kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit. So she's gone from hot air balloons this way to little balloons. Which I think is quite nice actually. Just slightly different, still the same way. 50 balloons, 2% for each one. You've got your starting debt, which you can write on your starting debt and your goal, which wasn't on the old planner, so that's great. So I really want to put in a solid plan for my debt next year. So I think I might use this one when we get to January and sort of work that one out. And then of course we have the usual planner monthly bits. So these are pretty much the same in that you have got your monthly planner with up to 5 weeks, well actually it's 6 weeks on each one. It goes Monday to Sunday, which is perfect for me, but obviously if you do it differently, you've got 6 weeks there in order to do it. And the weekly budget is exactly the same, it's just in a slightly different colour. But yeah, other than that, and you obviously have we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks for each one, and then you actually have an expenses tracker. Now that's something that I'll be honest, I don't tend to use, but I think it's quite good having little notey bits, because I will probably use this for, you know, if I need to try and remember anything from the month, I can kind of write it down on there and use it as more note paper. And then obviously there is one for each month of the year in here. I'm a little bit gutted there is no savings challenges, just because I love her savings challenges. I know I haven't actually managed to use any of them yet because of the ones I've got, but again, there must be a reason. And then at the back she's got a lovely QR code with a thank you and all of her different bits. I'm going to cover that up because obviously she wants people to buy stuff at full price before she gives them the 10% off. But yeah, it's a really good, and obviously it's got her logo on the back as well as on the front. So yeah, so, and it's nice pink, nice and bright, so I'm really happy with that. So that's going to go in the drawer, ready for 2026. So back to what we're actually doing this week today is my check-in for week 3 of September. So this week went from the 15th to the 21st, which is today. I will show you that there is absolutely nothing left in my wallets as usual. I'm just going through a really, I don't know whether it's spendy or what it is at the minute. I'm just kind of overspending in a way I really need to curb. But yeah, you know, guys that have been with me for a while know what's going on left, right and centre in my life at the minute. So yeah, so we'll just see what's going on. So we have got nothing spent at all on Monday. It was my friend's birthday. He actually spoke to me on my birthday, so we had a little bit of a chin wag then, so that I didn't need to really message him because I knew what he was doing for his birthday, and I'd done all that. So that was great. Then Tuesday, I went to the W. Smith's at work for snacks, which is the usual £2.68 that I've been spending. £2.85 at the canteen. So on the Monday, I take my own coffee into work, because sometimes I go to the sometimes I'm on the wards, and some of the wards have started doing decaf coffee. And decaf coffee in sachets that just say, it's like a little white sachet that just says decaf coffee on it, and I'm like, that could be anything. So I always take my own coffee into work in a jar, and I'd finished it off on the Monday. I got to work on the Tuesday and realised I'd forgotten to bring a fresh one from home. So I ended up going to the canteen for a coffee from the little coffee shop up there. So that was £2.85. I then nipped to Card Factory on the way home, and that was out for my gifts for my friend's birthday card. So that was just 79p. And I'd been to Morrison's on the way to work in the morning for a few bits for mine and my other half's tea. So that was £12.45. So on Wednesday, I didn't get an online shop this week. So I went to the gym and I spent £2.69 on a protein bar. I think I'm going to stop doing that because I'm not really enjoying them, if I'm honest. And £2.69, I'd rather have a bar of chocolate. Yeah, they're a bit, nah. And to be honest, on a Wednesday, what I tend to do is I work from home. I only work until 11:30. And on a Wednesday, it's my study time, so I do it from home. So usually what I've started doing is going after that to the gym and then coming home and having some lunch. Now, I don't always have lunch as soon as I get back, which is why I'd been buying the protein bars. But yeah, I think I'm just not enjoying them. So I'm just going to try and not have them. Have the sort of, isotonic water drink when I finish the gym and try and hang on until I get back. Because unless you guys can come up with anything that's a bit more palatable than these protein bars, I'm going to stop doing it because it'll be a waste of money. I'm like, oh yeah, they sound nice, and then I eat it and I'm like, nah, not very cracking. So yeah, and then I went to Morrison's and did pretty much my weekly shop that I would have ordered. So that was £25.04. So Thursday was a no spend day, which was great. Friday, I went to WH Smith's, and I ended up, and that was for, I think it was snack and an energy. Oh, yeah. I ended up with a energy drink and a pack of chocolate. Yeah, because I was dropping. I'd had a really bad night's sleep and I was dropping off. So yeah, so that was £4.48. I also went to Costa because they'd sent me a free cake which was expiring. So I decided on a Friday I go to one site and then I drive to the other site, and I decided to go get myself my free piece of a bit of cake and a coffee. So that was £4.05. Then on Saturday I went to Sainsbury's for a couple of bits, for some bits for my other half and my tea, and I spent £3.90 on hi-fi bars at Slimming World. And then today I have not been out shopping today, so that was a no spend day, so that was great. So it's not too bad. Yeah, it's just yeah, I know. So this week we had started off with a rollover of £294.67. I then got a refund of £11.43. So that was the TikTok shop refund that came in. So that's gone back into the bank, obviously, because I paid for that out of my own money. So that was £306.10 we were starting the week off. So it wasn't quite as bad as what we thought it was going to be, but obviously there's still quite a bit of difference there. The fridge freezer came out as expected because the dishwasher insurance had come out the week before, so that was only £2.99, leaving £303.11. Then I hadn't filled the car up with fuel, so I've used the money that I would have normally spent, obviously, to top up because of what I've spent elsewhere. So that was the full amount on everything, plus an extra £5.82, which wasn't too bad in comparison to what I've been spending the last few weeks. So that was a total of £80.82. Then I put the £45 into sinking funds, the £15 into 52 weeks, and £20 into winning Wednesdays. Obviously nothing went into challenges because there's nothing left. So it was just the £80 as expected, leaving £142.29. And then there was 96p into my overdraft, leaving me at the end of the week, going into that last week of the month, on £141.33p, which is what we've popped in there. So yeah, so it's actually not looking too bad this week. I get paid on Friday. The 28th obviously is my usual payday, but that's Sunday. So this will come in on Friday, so it's not too bad because none of these will be due until at least the 27th, which is after payday this month. So I don't have to worry too much about this. Social wise, we have got a show on Thursday, which is obviously before payday. I think we will be doing something quick and simple at home for food before we go. It's at the local theatre. My friends are in the show, so that should be absolutely fine. Obviously I get paid on Friday, and then I am working the weekend, but we are also going to see Busted versus McFly on Saturday in Leeds. So I will be using, I still have about £50 I think of social fund, which is really, really good. So that means I will be able to use that for programme and stuff on Thursday, but also I should be able to put it towards a bit of dinner, and maybe, hopefully, a little bit of merchandise or something, if possible. But yes, not sure what's... but obviously I do get paid before then, so I will have some money that I would normally be stuffing into social that I can always use anyway. So yes, so that is the check-in done for week 3. Yeah, so week 4's not looking too bad. I need to look into the October budget this week, which is kind of scary really, because you know, this month seems to have flown by. It really does. So yeah, and we're getting into October, which means we're getting into the autumn months. I need to look towards my other half's 50th, which is in November, and organise exactly what it is that he wants to do for that. Yeah, so, and hopefully when we do the count up at the end of the month, I will have fully funded Christmas and stuff, so we can start looking into that as well. So yes, not too bad so far. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. If you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. There is the notification bell and all of that jazz as per usual, and the comments box down below. I am trying to catch up on everybody's videos. Yeah, I'm having to sort of trying to listen to them in the background while I'm working and stuff, just because I am still 2 weeks behind, and you know, I'm really trying to catch up before Vlogmas, because Vlogmas comes up every year and I end up way behind, sort of thing. And I'm aware that I am going to be away for 2 weeks in January, where I'm probably not going to be able to sort of watch YouTube. So it's going to end up being, you know, one of those things really. So thank you so much, guys. I hope you were all well. I hope you've all had a good weekend. Hopefully, I know it's going to be a lot colder this week coming up, so I hope you're all going to wrap up warm, and the heating bills are going to not go too high, because I think we're all going to have to start putting the central heating on again this week. But yes, I hope you're all well. Please do take care, stay safe, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye, guys.